Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of an untitled live stream. I'm Kevin Turner, and today we're going to dive into the big story locally. Hopefully, it's not an omen of the weekend in sports for DFW because one of the GOATs of DFW sports currently, maybe outside of Luca, I'm breaking a rule right now. Hold on. Maybe outside of Luca, one of, if not the most dominant athlete in DFW sports, was involved in some action this morning. Text from my mom. Y'all coming in today or tomorrow? Tomorrow morning. There you go. Got that covered. Love my mom. So, a lot of people are asking, though, what happened? Who was there? What did they see? Is the mainstream media lying to us again? I took it off Twitch today, Kat, and it's only because I'm running an experiment. Thank you for asking. I'm only allowed to do 3. So YouTube, I have it on Twitter, and I'm doing it live on Facebook today just to see if it works. So just running an experiment today. Eventually some premium Twitch stuff. You know what I'm saying? The stash went away. I had to go to the dentist. Hello, everyone. So what happened? Now, what's really good about Twitter is also what can be bad about Twitter. Pretty good memes and stuff happening this morning. A lot of good stuff out there in that world. Now, I am going to show you guys, though, a chronological breakdown of what happened. Because there is a couple things that I think is important to know. One of those things dates back to a couple years ago. One of those things dates back to yesterday. And what happened with Scottie Scheffler should not be the main story. This should absolutely not be titled Scottie Scheffler Gate, but it is. But someone died today. I mean, a person who was working at the PGA Championship at the Great Course of Valhalla up there in Louisville, Kentucky. A person was killed, a pedestrian in a traffic accident. It was dark. It was rainy. A person was killed. We don't know if they were run over. We don't know the details on that. So that absolutely, yeah. I totally understand that we should probably say, hey, that's the big story. And it is. We know that. As long as we know that, we're good. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys, though, some of the reasons why the internet can be good in times like these, though. It's just been shown to me. They've already made shirts. Before we get into the details, they've already made shirts. Yep. A guy on the golf course today decided, I saw this news this morning, I'm going to quickly get a shirt made, wear the Scottie Scheffler mugshot shirt to the tournament. That is fantastic work. The efficiency, the order of operations, the priorities. That's good, man. That's really good. This guy's put the bandana, or the do-rag, as some would call it, on Scottie over here. So this is the beginning of a wild day. Now, yeah, I should be clear. The pedestrian died. It was not because of Scottie Scheffler. But those stories breaking at the same time in a world of misinformation, you can see where that would be a problem. So there's a couple things that we need to do. And I think number one is we need to outline yesterday. What happened yesterday? There was a little action yesterday at the golf course. People were saying that it was, there's an article that came out called it the worst run PGA championship ever. So 200,000 fans are going to be, getting there, probably maybe a little more. So we're talking about 50 to 60,000 people a day. Not crazy for a golf tournament, honestly, for a for a major. Now, maybe the article was not clear about that. Maybe it's 200,000 per day. But one spectator got into there and described it as a cluster F before. He said it would be the last PGA event that he ever goes to. He actually went out and tweeted, "Nice job, Louisville and the PGA. There's a mile-long line for shuttle buses. It's like you've never run an event before." Is there a person says there some other way to get to the course other than the fairgrounds? It's a clusterfuck, mile-long plus hour wait at shuttle buses. Another person said, worst run event since a busy 7th grade basketball tournament so far. No porta potties, no volunteers, $500 a ticket, never again, Louisville. One person said crowds were insane. It took 2 hours one way to get from the parking at the Expo Center and then a mile walk to the bus stop, while in line over half of that in the bus ride to the golf course. And if you've never attended a golf tournament, sometimes because, golf tournaments take place at big pieces of land, parking on those big pieces of land are used for the big pieces of land. Therefore, the parking is usually at some off-site place, and then there's a quick 10-minute shuttle to the tournament. It ain't great. It's a problem, actually. I've never been a fan of, you got to go here, take a shuttle to here to get to here. It's not ideal, but that's kind of how it's worked for golf for a long time. Unless you're buying primo parking, if you want to do that. I don't. So at least not right now. I don't. We want to get older, burn that money. Can't take it with you. Then you might want to give it to your kids. I don't have kids. I might have kids. I don't know. It's not up to me. Now, yesterday, I think it was crazy crowds, though. Tiger, Rory, some of the other big names played in the, in the morning. So you get a lot of people there. So maybe that's a part of what was going on. But, there's a lot of upset people yesterday because of that. So we get to this morning and you see the story that a pedestrian had died. Now, we've learned in time that it was someone who was working for one of the vendors there at the golf tournament, which is, very sad. It's not great at all. But then you wake up to see that Scottie Scheffler was involved and taken to jail because of an accident. And here is ESPN's Jeff Darlington reporting on what happened. You're going to see him stutter through it. But he was there. He happened to be there. I'm going to show you the video of him on the scene. He was just in line like everyone else to get into the tournament. Again, this is taken at 6:20 a.m. Okay. So he's just in line to get to the tournament. And the beard will come back. Trust me. I just have to every now and then I just wipe it clean and it'll come back. I like it at its 1 week growth. So Jeff Darlington's just there, just like all the golfers, and they got credentials. The golfers have credentials, but there's traffic jam, and the traffic is lined up, and there's a bigger police presence than usual because there was a fatality accident back, so a little further back. So there's a lot of police presence there who are not there to work the event. They're there because they're police and there was a fatality. So let's go to the share screen and I can show you guys the video from Jeff Darlington of ESPN. And this is Scottie Scheffler getting arrested.
Guys. Dude, step back. Back up. I'm back. I'm back.
Now, the thing that stands out to me here is that Scottie is wearing some workout shorts, high socks, and just casual 6 a.m. attire right there. This guy looks like he's going to maybe get stretched out before a bigger round of golf. I'll show it up again for you.
I'm back.
Your game one, right?
Yeah, it's 15. Okay. Guys.
What do we tell you?
I'm staying back.
Here's the thing.
Right now, he's going to jail. Okay. He's going to jail, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Period. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have
First,
a question?
I'm media. I'm a reporter. Okay. So that's all.
That's fine.
I just want to make sure that's
okay.
known.
But you need to step back over here now.
No problem. You got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now someone said that in that
Guys.
okay, and this is where I think Scottie Scheffler in the beginning, Scottie Scheffler yells out to Jeff Darlington of ESPN, "Please help me." I'm going to play this again and see if you can hear that.
Guys.
Dude, step back. Back up.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, now I kind of love this guy right here. He's like, I'm not involved in putting the guy in the car. I kind of like this guy.
I'm staying back.
Here's the thing. Right now, he's going to jail.
Okay.
He's going to jail, and it ain't nothing you can do about it.
It's like the most polite way to say, you're out of control here. I kind of love that guy. Hey, you guys. He's going to jail. Nothing you can do about it. A little two hands up, just a little push, like, hey, you just move back for me. And then I also like how Jeff Darlington of ESPN says, I'm with the media. And then he goes, okay.
Period. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have
first,
a question?
I'm media. I'm a reporter. Okay. So that's all.
That's fine.
I'll just.
Oh, I'm about to be on TV. Okay, cool. I like that guy. Anyways, so big, as you can imagine, in the world of social media, big misunderstanding online, because now the report of the fatality is getting out. The report of that is getting out, and they really don't have that much to do with each other. Maybe a little, because there's more police presence than usual. The players were, with their credential, given the right to kind of go around traffic calmly, but there was more traffic than usual. It was blocking it up, but they were allowed to go around. Other players, it's been reported, other players had, gone around and been doing that too. Scottie's trying to do that too, and maybe they think he is not a golfer. He should have had the credential. I think he probably did. And he, gets stopped. Now, here's Jeff Darlington, the guy who took the video. This is again from the ESPN. He's the guy who took the video, and here's him explaining kind of what happened.
Entering Valhalla Golf Club this morning, we witnessed a car pull around us that was Scottie Scheffler was in the car. To be very clear about the details here, Scottie Scheffler has been detained by police officers, placed in the back of a police vehicle in handcuffs after he tried to pull around what he believed to be security, ended up being police officers. They told him to stop. When he didn't stop, the police officer attached himself to the vehicle. Scheffler then traveled another 10 yards before stopping the car. The police officer then grabbed at his arm, attempting to pull him out of the car before Scheffler eventually opened the door, at which point the police officer pulled Scheffler out of the car, pushed him up against the car, and immediately placed him in handcuffs.
Okay, now that's where we kind of get some big info, because here, I'm going to play that part again. I think it's very important.
Attempting to pull him out of the car before Scheffler eventually opened the door, at which point the police officer pulled Scheffler out of the car, pushed him up against the car, and immediately placed him in handcuffs.
I'm going back some more because I think that there's...
He ended up being police officers. They told him to stop. When he didn't stop, the police officer attached himself to the vehicle.
Question: what does that mean? Attached himself to the vehicle? Sprawl out like a spider? What do you do? How do you attach yourself? Did you get on top of the hood? Or you holding? I don't understand. I mean, Scottie was probably driving. I imagine those guys are all driving big Tahoes or something, Range Rovers. I don't know what people drive. Maybe an Escalade. He's a millionaire, How did he attach himself to the vehicle? It's very important. I don't know.
Scheffler then traveled another 10 yards before stopping the car.
Okay, so 10 yards with a cop attached to your car. I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly. I need the video. What happened?
The police officer then grabbed at his arm, attempting to pull him out of the car.
Okay, so the police officer's grabbing at his arm and scratching him like a cat. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so Scottie goes 10 and then Scottie stops.
Before Scheffler eventually opened the door, at which point the police officer pulled Scheffler out of the car, pushed him up against the car, and immediately placed him in handcuffs. Scheffler was then walked over to the police car, placed in the back.
Another thing here, if you're Jeff Darlington, good reporting to be there. Why don't we get all this on video, though? I mean, look, I know I'm being greedy, asking for the perfect thing, but like, you got him getting talked to by the cops. But where's the guy attached to the car? I want to see that. I think it'll tell us more.
In handcuffs, very stunned about what was happening, looked toward me as he was in those handcuffs and said, "Please help me." He very clearly did not know what was happening in the situation. It moved very quickly, very rapidly, very aggressively. He was detained in that police vehicle for approximately 20 minutes. The police officers at that point did not understand that Scottie Scheffler was a golfer in the tournament, nor, of course, that he is the number one player in the
world. Whoa. So now we get to charges. Keep in mind, Scottie tees off at 10:08 a.m. this morning. Okay, he's going to tee off at 10:08 a.m. He gets thrown in the cop car. If that video was taken at 6:20, he was thrown in the cop car sometime between 6:20 and 6:30. Let's say it takes 30 minutes to get to the police station. Booked, processed, I think that usually takes a long time. Maybe it's a little faster if you're the number one player in the world. I don't know. Then I want to take you to this. These are the charges that were announced. And I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in here. Yeah. All right. Scottie, 27 years old, 6/21. Date of birth, second-degree assault of a police officer. Felony. There's the F, felony. Criminal mischief, third-degree misdemeanor. 1 count of reckless driving. Disregarding signals from officers directing traffic. Charged with a felony. He hired legal representation. Scottie quickly got processed and then got back around 9 o'clock. Now, there's a lot of people who are going, he drove with a cop on his car, kick him out of the tour. I mean, there's a lot of hot takes this morning. Big jokes. Scottie charged with reckless driving. Oh, usually he's right down the middle. If you see reckless driving, watch Jordan Spieth drive. A lot of good stuff like that out there. Now, the lawyer he hired was a local guy who he hired, and it was probably the smart thing to do because local guys always know the judges and things like that. Now, meanwhile, Will Zalatoris and Cam Young were walking to the course on foot. We're a half a mile from the course with traffic disruptions causing delays. They walked to their tee time, and Cam Young had an early tee time this morning too. Then we find out that John Daly withdrew from the tournament because of a thumb. The big joke going around on Twitter is, John Daly saw the cops on the way in and he was a little sauced from the night before, so he just turned around and headed home. Said, not worth it. Not worth it. Now, when you look at the rest on it, let's see. There was also a story that came out. So the car wasn't stopped. Would the cop have attached himself to the car if it was going like? how fast are we talking about going? If it was stopped maybe, and then he drove it, we're talking about 10 to 20 feet. So people were saying that the cop got dragged. I don't think the cop got dragged unless Scottie was going fast. There's no way Scottie was going fast, right? More on that in a minute. I want to take you right here, and I'll let you read it along with me, because this is the this is one of the things. Okay, I told you about the charges. Detective Gillis was directing traffic into Gate 1 due to the road being closed in both directions from the earlier fatal collision. So road closed. So trying to get people into Gate 1. The subject, Scottie, was driving eastbound to gain access to the course. Subject pulled into the westbound lanes where outbound traffic was flowing and to avoid backed up traffic. Detective Gillis was in the middle of the westbound lanes in full Louisville Police Department uniform, the big yellow jacket that we just saw. Detective Gillis stopped subject and attempted to give instructions. Subject refused to comply and accelerated forward, dragging Detective Gillis to the ground. Detective Gillis suffered pain, swelling, and abrasions to his left wrist and knee. He was transported to the hospital for further medical treatment by emergency medical personnel. Detective Gillis' uniform pants, valued at $80, were damaged beyond repair. You know, I would take it all a little bit more serious if we didn't have that last sentence there. Like, what? His pants were damaged. Don't put that in the police report. That's not important. Gosh, what a day. So then Scottie comes out and birdies the first hole. In fact, let me pull up my app and see how he's doing right now, because when I started streaming, you know, he had a 2 under on his front 9. Now, is it possible that Scottie was going fast? Let me direct you to my Twitter account where I posted a clip from Netflix Full Swing Season 1. In this scene, he's driving with his caddy. Again, this is from, you know, a couple seasons. Yeah, season 1, season 2 just dropped. So, and I thought it was interesting that they even showed this. There you go.
Hey, did you get to sleep quick last night? Did I get to sleep okay? Yeah. Yeah. I was tired, man. You need to get this guy in the F1 Netflix series the way he's driving. I'm ready to roll.
Well, that's not a good look. Sorry, shut that down. It's not a good look. Guy's going 82. Off with his head. So right now, as we compete live in round 2 of the second major of the year, the PGA Championship, Scottie Scheffler is tied for 4th at 7 under. He's 3 under on the day. He's going to get in with a great day. He is going to have a great day. Joe Johnson, Scottie's far too entitled to be inconvenienced by silly police officers working at death in the roadway. That's what's interesting, is like other players had passed. At least that's been reported. Is that other players had passed too. Scottie was doing what he was supposed to do. And that's what's been reported. Whether you believe reports or not, I don't know what to say anymore. Chichi Rodriguez is out of the game. He's out of the game. He's been out of the game for a long time, Brandon, but it's a fair question, and I'm glad you asked it. One of the great putt celebrators of our time. Jesus, now I'm going to have a wormhole of Chichi Rodriguez putt celebrations, aren't I? He's outstanding. Let's do the classic Chi-Chi sword dance from 1984 at the PGA Heritage Classic. There's going to be an ad. It's okay, because that was a good one to see and know about. For those of you that don't follow golf, this is back when golf was fun. When was that? I love golf, but I know some of you don't. Here's your Chi-Chi Rodriguez putt dance.
That's a birdie putt for Chichi Rodriguez. Yes.
Bah!
So we have a little dueling. Think wipe off the sword now.
Yes, sir.
Back from 2 to 1 over par.
I don't even think he was that good of a golfer now. I think about it. Definitely knew who he was as a kid, though. Here he is, the 1997 tournament.
Yes, he did. Finally.
Ah!
And Chi-Chi will get back to 1 over par for the round and the championship. I wonder if he has to adjust any moves there, Johnny, with that longer putter. It might be easier to hurt yourself with it, huh?
Oh, that's nice.
He didn't go pick it up. The caddy can get the ball out of the hole for me. I'm doing the
Where we
thing.
find Chichi Rodriguez after
We do another one.
1 over. This to stay 1 over.
He's 1 over. He's not even doing good in the tournament.
4.
Hey!
What a 4. He makes every putt in adventure, though.
We need more of that. There's another one.
And Chi-Chi at
I made it.
one. Haven't seen that one either. No.
Shots on 16 and 17 and a 74 for him. And then Chi-Chi going to be a low man in the group. Yep.
It's the easiest putt to make.
Will there be a saber dance for a par?
No, that's all.
He says, yep, I'm the man today.
No, thought it'd be better than that. Waste of everyone's time. Love Chi-Chi. How great was that? That was fun. All right. Running out of time here. Let's have Kevin's today. Next week, we will have. Yeah, Scotty's in 4th place and playing well. So there's just I'm just clearing up everything that happened throughout the day. If I've missed anything, I'll have that covered at 5 o'clock in the weekday update today. The Ben and Skin Show 97.1, the Eagle, 3 to 6 p.m. Usually our segments start around 3:08, 3:09, something like that. And we'll do that. So, yeah, that's happening today. Shout out to Christina Ray and the cover band Oatmeal Pizza. They play Sunday at Wildflower Music Fest in Richardson. It's Sunday morning, 11 o'clock. You don't know the drill. Follow everyone's work, all that good stuff. Saw Dingo was on the Dumb Zone. Saw Jeff and Julie were doing something with Rhines. So Jeff and Broadus do a cowboy show. Strip Mall Steve out there. So keep on grinding. Here we go. We have a little fun Friday on the BNS show today. And obviously, if there's any updates on this story, I'll have it for you at 5:10. Weekday update is the plan right around then, and other stuff and more fun. Hoping to get a schedule out. We got a bunch of ideas. Probably keep 7 Kevins rolling. But gonna add some night broadcasts. Gonna have some. We're gonna do some. Let's see here. Brandon, no, I did not listen to the Greg Ryan's podcast yet. But I need to. I know I got that. I want to hear Dingo on the Dumb Zone. And then if Ryan's did something with Jeff and Julie too, I'd like to hear that too. I'd like to go get it. I need to go find it and grab all that stuff. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I'm hoping they'll start getting a schedule out and we'll start like really knocking it out that way. Like, boom, 7 Kevins at noon. Kevin at 7. Do you want to do another family game night as well? I've got one ready. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but I want to make sure that there's good, proper build-up. Okay, I want to make sure we get it right. So we'll keep that going. Listening parties, yes, absolutely, listening parties, game shows, all this stuff. I've got a couple other things too that I have in the works as like little separate sub shows, maybe. So that's what we have right now. Now, 7 minutes in Kevin's not what we're gonna get. No one's gonna get that. If I have to say anything, you gotta go to jail. I don't know what could happen. But we're gonna have fun, good stuff, chances to win some money, all that good stuff. So keep following the channel and like and subscribe and do the things that matter there because I don't know fully. But thank you all for hanging out as always. Gonna be out of town this weekend. It's probably nothing this weekend because I get niece's birthday party. Need to go see my mama because I didn't go for Mother's Day. So going to Olney tomorrow. See Group Love tonight out at Wildflower Music Fest. That'll be fun. Group Love, Saint Motel, and other bands are playing there. Jeffrey was talking about maybe going to see Randy Rogers' band they're playing. So you get out there for that stuff. And I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Sunday night we go live post golf tournament, post major. I did text Roy, although he is vacationing. I did text Roy that we should do the golf growers. It didn't go over well. No one thought it was very funny. They're growing. Growers, not showers. That's the end. Got to go get a sandwich. Then off to the show. We'll see everyone. Oh, yeah, I saw Groobs yesterday. So Groobs love as well. Just all you got to do is that. Just send it out there. He can feel it. That is all for today. Talk to y'all later. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Rock on. Rock out. Goodbye.